Are you a firstborn daughter in your African home? Then this story is for you. Today, I just want us to do a recap. I don't know if you've created time to watch this movie, Monica, on YouTube. If you've not, please go and do. For me, that movie resonated deeply. It reminded me of how I had to carry similar responsibilities. The only difference was my family appreciated, more so my mother. And for that, I'm forever grateful. When I was looking at that movie, I started crying because every single thing that was happening just brought fresh memories of who I was in my younger days. Yeah, now I might be 50, but it's been a journey. So when I was seeing Monica, every step of the way, I could just feel it. I could just remember memories that were coming in fresh. But again, I repeat, Maggie, wow, my mother, was different. She appreciated every single thing. She appreciated her daughter for stepping up to help her during those difficult moments. And so today, I just want to take us through what are some of the things that African firstborn daughters go through, especially those who have responsibilities. Not all. Some people are blessed they didn't have to go through that process. But in case some of them had to go through this passage of rights, this is for you. And it's me now talking to the next generation because my time is past. I've already done my duty and I've gone, but I just want to remind us that our values are quickly determined by how we carry the burdens of others, how we perfectly perform duties that are given unto us, how we care for others more than we do. And you'll see that in that movie of Monica, how she went on above and beyond, even when they were mistreating her, when they were undermining her, she still dealt it with the pride of knowing that I'm the firstborn daughter and it's my requirement to do it. As a firstborn daughter, financially, you'll find that most times you don't have money for yourself. Why? Your life is not yours. Your life belongs to your family. So every coin that you get, the only thing you're thinking, or rather, that was me. I was just thinking about my family. And that's why I started crying when I saw Monica. Like, it was so real. There are so many times when I used to model back home. I could go win a competition and I get money. The moment I reach home, I find that my brothers had just been chased away from school. So what did I do? That money immediately, I could give it out. Not a single coin will I use it on myself. It will go to them. There are many times as a firstborn, you'll find yourself buying secondhand clothes just so you want to give the best to your family. But today I want to tell you, be careful with that because you end up not even knowing how to save. Like, no saving. You start feeling guilty when you have money in your account, feeling so much guilt. Why? You're wondering, who is that one more person I can help? And you start having what I call Cartesia mentality, which I've had for a long time. And I'm winning myself from it because you just want to help. Even before people tell you what their problem is, you just hear that someone is sick. The next thing you're like, where are they? Which hospital? You want to go and pay the bill. Or there's a child with a school fees issues. They've not even requested you. You start volunteering to help. So it's good to help. I'm not saying don't help. Even our Lord Jesus Christ expected us to help. But balance it. As a firstborn daughter, I'm reminding you, balance it. Otherwise, you'll give away all your stones. Then you cannot build anything for yourself. Our Bible reminds us to give some, use some, keep some. Save something for you. Ensure that you're doing something for yourself. And I'll come back to that shortly. But I'm just reminding you that Cartesia mentality that you want to keep on helping people, sometimes you're not even helping from a place of help. It could be from a place of wanting to be loved. And until you break that cycle, you'll keep on being broke, being poor most of the time. And that's why you hear this story that people say that most African firstborn children end up being poor in the future lives, God forbid. Why? It's because you gave everything and you were left with nothing. You never created anything for yourself. So, how do we solve this? And what are the advice I could like to give you today? As a firstborn daughter, I found myself that for many years I didn't want to get married. And I even remember I used to do those ones of God forbid, but God had other ways that He still organized for me to marry. But I'll take you back. My mother, Margaret, kept saying that I have to go so that I can have a life because she could see I'll never settle down. My priority was my family. And true to her words, she had to literally die. Margaret Gwau Kamote had to literally die so that I can have a life for myself. And it took a long time for me to do that, even after her death. So that's how deep the trauma comes with being a firstborn daughter. And when eventually I got married, let me warn you, most times you end up being a manager instead of a partner in your own marriage. You find yourself you want to take charge of everything, you want to take charge of your any projects that are coming up, you want to take charge of the finances, you want to take charge of the chores in the house. You are everywhere trying to micromanage even your own husband. And that is dangerous because who or which African husband will really allow you to take charge? So marry right. Because if you marry right, your husband will know how to balance you. I thank God for my own husband. At least he knew that I was a firstborn. So there were some things that I'm used to doing. And he had to keep on reminding me over and over in a nice way that, hey, babe, this is for me to handle. This is for me to deal with, not for you. But still, I could still feel like it wasn't done to the level I wanted. So it's been a learning process. If you enter into marriage with quick fixing and you want to fix things quickly, it will not work. You'll find yourself that marriage will end up in divorce. So I'm telling you now, as that daughter who's currently in that responsibility, if you're going to get married, because you should, marriage is nice if you get the right person, please start working on yourself and start knowing how to let go. You will need God's grace. I had to ask God for help to enable me to step back and allow my husband to take over. And that's why I'm also telling you, I'm reminding you again, marry right. Because if you get now a husband who also doesn't like doing anything, then you'll continue with the same responsibility. And guess what that will lead to? Resentment. Because you'll be wondering, like, why did I marry? Why did I have this man in my life if he's not even helping me? But you are not giving him the chance. But he himself now, if he's the wrong partner for you, he will also not care. Again, those are my thoughts. I'm just giving you my ideas. Your story might be different. Your story might be like Monica in that movie. I don't know how your story will end, but I'm just giving you my story. And being that this month is mental health, I want us to start thinking about our health mentally and physically as well. As a firstborn, you'll find yourself that having grown into that perfectionism that you're trying to make everything work, everything flow, you start expecting the same from your own children. And that becomes a big, big problem. Because most times now you're obsessing on your children, obsessing, expecting them to be the same levels that you are. Yet these children are supposed to grow to the levels that God created them to be. So I'm letting you know now that for the sake of your family, for the sake of the peace of your family, please safeguard your children from the traumas of what you went through. Sometimes, as um, firstborn daughters, like you saw, the mother was wondering in Monica's story, why can she go through what I also went through? Don't allow that. Balance your parenting skills. Ensure that you give your children some freedom to enjoy their own growing up stages of life. I could sometimes push my daughter to such levels till I'm wondering, like, is this normal? But it's because I was already conditioned to such levels. And not just her, including my own brothers and sisters. I was expecting them to get the best. I didn't want to give them chances to fail because I knew if they fail, we all fail. So there was no space for that. So I want us to ensure that we don't create anxiety in our children and their future, because it becomes like a cycle that we're not cutting off. So someone has to break that cycle, and that person has to be you as the first one. So we did it wrongly. By God's grace, we managed, but I hope that you change the cycle of how it is. Now, as I start signing off, I want you, that firstborn daughter, to heal and balance your life. I just want to ensure that you do things differently. I'm a case study of how things were done, not in the right way. It worked. I'm grateful that God helped me and it came through for me. But I don't want you to go through the struggles that I had to go through. I remember during my 50th birthday that my own last born brother, Jim, had to stand up on behalf of my siblings to tell me, B, it's enough. You're free now to do you. You're free now to do your own things. Leave us alone to focus with our own lives. What you've done is more than enough. And I'm grateful. They appreciated everything that I did. I'm grateful that they appreciated the sacrifices that I had to go through just for them to be where they are. And as a firstborn daughter, I'm also glad that they never disappointed. They all went on to be something. They all went on to ensure that we break that cycle of poverty. And for that, I'm grateful. Now, as I speak to you, what do I want you to do? One, I want you to learn to delegate. As you start growing up, and now you've moved from where you are helping your parents when you're younger, you've gotten your job, delegate. Have your other siblings assist. You saw what happened in Monica's story, and if you've not watched it, please go and watch Monica's story on YouTube. It's an amazing story. Part one and two teaches a lot. Please create time to delegate. Yeah. Ensure that your siblings also help out. It shouldn't be just you that is doing everything. Whether they have finances or not, there are different ways that they can help within your family to ensure that each and every person has a responsibility to hold. And do not allow what they call the black tax to make you feel guilty. Don't allow anyone to guilt trip you, because it will come. There are some families that will ensure that they keep reminding you, oh, why are you not helping? Why are you not doing this? But you're the first one. No, learn to put your limits. I will remind you also that even as the Bible reminds us that we have to give a 10% to God, tithe wise, learn to give a 10% to you. That 10% is at least financially. Ensure that you're saving something for yourself. Yes, take care of your family. I'm not saying don't. I did for myself. But ensure that there's some saving that you're saving for yourself. As I said earlier, you find that you're giving all your stones. What are you left with if you don't have anything? How will you make your own foundation? How will you make your own house if you've given everything to the rest and you're left with nothing? So remember yourself financially. Not just 10%, it can be even more, but just ensure there's something that you're giving for yourself. And then create your me time unapologetically. Like, learn to say, this is my time. I'm not doing anything else for anyone else. I'm doing it for myself. If it means going out for that movie, treat you. Start treating yourself as a special person. Do not delegate yourself to be the last person there. No, create time for you. Go out with friends. Go out alone. Book a hotel room. Stay there. Enjoy quality time for yourself. See the world. Don't just say that I'll go one day. Tomorrow is not known. Today is guaranteed. Tomorrow is not. Book that venue and move. Okay? Build what we call a no-fly zone with extended families. Sometimes you find because you're the firstborn, everyone else, you're supposed to take care of the village. Actually, that's where we come from African society. We're supposed to take care of others, especially if you become a successful firstborn daughter. But learn to know where your boundaries are. I like something that Centonomy trained us long time ago. That's a financial institute in Kenya. And they kept telling us and reminding us that you have to have what they call social money. Here, you are just ensuring that you put a certain percentage that you can help, let's say your extended families or any other person out there. So if out of your salary you decide like 10% of it is like 5,000, this will cater for anyone who comes and need help, whether it's through medical issues, whether it's just any form of financial issues, maybe they need rent, they need what. Once that amount is over, you can't help anymore. You move it to the next month. So start learning to put that zone on the boundaries of what you can allow and what you cannot allow. And that also includes even just people coming into your space. Like some people want to come and stay there, they want to come and live with you, they want to send their children to live with you. Learn which boundaries you can put around people. Yeah. So as I conclude, I just want to remind us that I was where you are today, but I took a longer journey to reach where I am today. So I'm hoping that you learn differently and that you'll watch movies like that one of Monica to just wake you up to see that, hey, if I don't control my life now, it might end up controlling me. And finally, health wise, if you don't take care of yourself, you'll end up having health issues. I've had to handle so many health issues because I was carrying so much. I had so much stress. I had so much fear and thinking about the future for my family that it has created issues on me now. Yes, I'm trying to handle it with grace, but sometimes it's because of what we carry. So don't be to the levels that I did. Try to just ensure that you balance yourself up. Great time for you, great time for your family, but just know that you are first. At the in the plane, they always remind us that you put your own mask first before you can even put for your child. So if they're saying that, they say what? You're valuable. You're first. You come first. So me first, others follow. That's my own advice for you. What's your take on this? Thank you.